Hey there guys, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, then welcome back, and if you are new, as always, welcome aboard. So since it is after Thanksgiving here in America, that means naturally it is now Christmas time. So since it is approaching the holiday season, I thought that maybe we could come and hang out by my tree here and we could talk about some of the things that would be helpful when you are planning a Disney trip during Christmas time. So Christmas at Disney is a super great time to go. It's really pretty, lots of lights, everyone wants to go. It is also an extraordinarily busy time to go because it's during one of the main breaks that kids have from school. So, you know, it's gonna be kind of crowded. I have heard that Christmas Day is actually the busiest day that you can possibly go to Disney World. And that mainly means the Magic Kingdom because, let's face it, that is Disney World to most of the world. So if you are planning a trip to Disney during the Christmas season, I recommend you go now. So if you're gonna want to be there and see the lights and all the Christmas shows and all of that good stuff, go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which I will talk a little bit more about in a second. If you're gonna go to all of those things, you want to be going like now. Late November, early December, the first week or two of December is going to be the easiest to get into without it being super, super crowded because school is still in session for most of that time. If you're planning a trip next year or something, make sure that you're thinking about maybe the end of November because the Christmas lights and everything are up. The Very Merry Christmas parties have started and you can totally go and do Christmas in November and avoid some of the crowds. I'm going to kind of talk about some of the do's and don'ts of going during Christmas. So I said do definitely go early in the Christmas season. Don't wait and go the week of Christmas or the week between Christmas and New Year's because that is gonna be crazy busy. Could you stop chewing on the tree? Stop that. What are you doing? We don't need trees. So as far as picking which parks you're gonna go to, if you are going to go to multiple parks and you're not just going just for the Magic Kingdom for a day or something like that, if your trip is encompassing multiple parks, then you're gonna want to pick certain parks at certain times. There's always gonna be, if you're staying on property, there's always gonna be a park that's open either earlier in the morning or later at night for EMH, extra magic hours. So if you're staying on property, you get to go in either earlier than regular park guests or you get to stay a little bit later than regular park guests. And while that is a really great opportunity, that is going to be a really, really busy park. So especially if you're not staying on property, but even if you are, maybe avoid whichever park has extra magic hours. Or if you're staying on property and you want to go hit up the EMH, so if there's extra magic hours in the morning at Animal Kingdom, maybe go there, do the extra magic hours, and then go to a different park because people are going to be in that extra magic hours park more heavily throughout the day because they were able to get there first thing in the morning. A lot of people are not going to park hop because not everyone has park hoppers. So if you do, and that's an option for you, then definitely go check out the morning ones and then go to a different park. Or just start all together at a completely different park that's going to be less crowded to begin with because you're not going to have had people starting out getting there an hour early and already getting in some of the lines before regular people could even get in. So if there's EMH, maybe avoid that park and go to a different park that day. So another little do and don't about picking the park. If you're going to go to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, let's say that you are scheduled to go to one and you buy your tickets, you don't really need to buy a ticket for Magic Kingdom or, you know, a park day for the day that you're going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party because with the Very Merry Christmas Party ticket, which is an extra cost outside of admission, you can get in, I believe, don't quote me, I think you can get in at like 4 or 5 before the party starts at 6 or 7. I'm not sure what the actual hours are. But you can get in a little bit ahead of the actual park time or the actual party time. So you don't need to spend, if you're buying your tickets by day, maybe just buy 4 days and then you have that 5th day that's your Very Merry Christmas Party. You don't have to actually pay the admission for that day since it's going to be a shorter day anyway. Maybe use that day to go to Disney Springs or go do some shopping at the outlet malls or just hang out and sleep in a little bit because let's face it, you've not done that this trip. So to be able to have that day where you don't necessarily pay for a park, especially since it's going to be closing earlier that day and then you're going to get in and be able to do everything with that Very Merry Christmas Party pass anyway, that's just a tip. If you want to be there all day, then by all means, go ahead, buy the ticket if you've got annual passes or something like that and you're going to be there all day anyway, or all of your tickets are paid for, then that's fine, whatever. But it just a little money saving tip that you do get in a couple of hours of regular park time in addition to the exclusive Very Merry Christmas Party time. So something to keep in mind. Along that same line, if you are not going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, say you were just going to the parks just to do the parks, you're not paying that extra price just for the, oh my goodness, what are you doing? You're just doing the regular park thing and yay, cool, there's lights up, but we're just here to do Disney. That's great, that's fine. Pay attention to when those party times are though, because like I mentioned a second ago, the park is going to close for regular guests, and then it's only going to be party guests. So if you are not going to the party, you're going to get kicked out at 4, 5, 6, whatever the time is that the party starts, and you're not going to get a full day for that park pass. So you don't want to pay for a day in Magic Kingdom and then go and only be able to do a little bit. So if you're going to be there during the very Merry Christmas party, try to pick a park that is not Magic Kingdom for that day so that you get the most out of your park ticket. So a couple of things that are specific to Epcot. Epcot is another one that has a lot of really great Christmas options going on. Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios have a little bit of Christmassy stuff going on too. Definitely the new shows with the lights on the Tower of Terror at Hollywood Studios and Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam, I think is what it's called, kind of replaced the Osborne spectacle of dancing lights, which unfortunately is not there anymore. I don't think anything can really replace the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights, but they've got some other things there to kind of keep your Christmassy attention. So definitely check out those things. But Epcot is the other park outside of Magic Kingdom that definitely really has a lot of Christmassy stuff going on. So at Epcot, there's the World Showcase, and you can go around there and they have holidays around the world. So you can go to each country and see how that country specifically celebrates the wintertime holidays. You can see how they celebrate Christmas, what their Santa Claus's story is there. There's lots of different foods that you can buy, and you can try them out and see. It's just a little bit of a different taste of the World Showcase. It's not the same foods and the same stuff. There's different Christmas lights up and Christmas music going on, and it's just really interesting to be able to see, like, specifically, how does this culture differ from my own, and how are they different from each other, and how are they similar is really interesting to see how even someone who is thousands and thousands of miles away may celebrate Christmas in a very similar fashion. And another big Christmas thing at Epcot is the Candlelight Processional, and every year they have that, and it's hosted by a celebrity. Neil Patrick Harris is a perennial favorite, and so if you can't get into that though, because there is limited seating, and you don't have to pay extra to get into it. You can if you want to pay for like a dining package, but it is included with your park ticket if you get in line and you get a seat. The only problem with that is there is extremely limited seating. So if you are going to want to go to the Candlelight Processional, there's going to be quite a line for it, and you're going to have to dedicate a lot of your park day to getting in that line to make sure that you get into the Candlelight Processional. So if that's not necessarily something that is desperately important to you, I would say skip it. You can still hear the stuff that's going on as you walk through the World Showcase, but another great option if you are wanting to get into the Christmas musical spirit is head over to the American Adventure Pavilion, and the Voices of Liberty, the a cappella group there, they actually do Christmas carols at different times throughout the day. So if you want to get in the Christmas music spirit, like I said, head on over there. You don't have to really wait in line for anything. Just wait, you look on your map, your times guide, and see when their next performance is, and you can just roll up and get in that spirit, and then you can keep going about your day. So just two more little, very minute little do's that I'm going to mention is do definitely take advantage of the seasonal characters that are going to be out. I am so sorry, my cat just decided that he must have lunch right this second. So if you hear some gnawing in the background, that's Ajax. Sorry about that. But do check out the seasonal character options, because there's going to be characters that come out that are not there usually, and a lot of times they're only going to come out during the Christmas party, but you may see some that come out periodically throughout the regular day as well, so make sure that you do go and check those out when they're available. And one other little do that I recommend is save time where you can. So if you're there and you're wanting to get all this done, like I mentioned, it's going to be super, super busy. So when you can save time, it's a great idea to do that. And one of the ways that you can do it now is with mobile ordering. So you just go onto your little My Disney Experience app, and you can actually, when you're close to a restaurant, it'll say, you can say, I would like to order something, and you can pick it out, and you can just walk up to the front and it'll be ready for you. You walk in the door and you're like, hey, I'm here. And just like, if you have mobile ordering for Chick-fil-A or Starbucks or whatever you have in your area, it's very similar to that. It works really great from what I've heard. I've not actually tried it out myself, but I got friends who say that it is absolutely amazing. It saves so much time because you don't have to wait in the line. You just kind of order it on your app, and then you roll up and you're like, hey, what's up? I'm here to get my chicken. And they bring it out to you. It's hot and fresh and ready to go, and you can just go and get yourself a seat somewhere, and definitely try that. Save a little bit of time, get to some more attractions, get to some more awesome Christmas stuff. So that is it. That is my little tips and tricks and do's and don'ts for going to Walt Disney World during the Christmas season. I hope that if you are heading down there anytime soon, you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Please do let me know down below when your next trip is. I can't wait to plan our next one. Hopefully it will not be too long from now. So make sure that you are commenting down below any questions or anything that you have, and make sure you hit that little red subscribe button. Come along with us, become part of the Jungle Crew, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.